Yep.
When you're oiling it, this is all you need to do. Put a little bit of oil in your hand. Drop it like what I'm doing to your hair right now. Part your hair like this, and just rub your finger through your scalp. Do not put that much. Now you might have a very, very dry day, you know, but if you do it twice a week on your very dry day,
should be okay.
Yeah. 2 drops on your fingertips of the oil, and you just run it through your sister locks or your micro locks or your nappy locks. You don't need no oil, and you massage it in. Just take the time out just to go through the hair and massage it. And you can just drop it on your hand again. Do like this, like a lotion base, and just take it on top of the locks. And just like that.
That's pretty much what I do.
You don't need nothing more than that. Now I've seen people take the whole oil and dunk their hair. You don't need to dunk your locks. For what reason? You really don't need to dunk your locks. You just need to.
I can't, because then you see it getting all in your face. You know, because it.
Right.
You know,
the
oil
sits on top of the scalp, and then it goes all over in your face and everything. So if you got micro locks or even traditional locks already use the lock butter, and some people use gel. I don't tell people to use gel, you know, but even those type of locks will also do that, you know. So I think the last time I had to use the micro lock tool, the micro interlock tool. I don't want micro locks to sue me, micro locks TM to sue me for using the word micro locks, right? So I'm gonna use my micro interlock tool.
Right.
Oh, these companies such as Sister Lock and Mike, they
you know what? It's like you say, it's your interlock tool. So for micro or not, if it's not micro, then you use something else, but just your interlock tool.
Yeah, it's an interlock tool, you know. So I'm gonna use my micro interlock tool on my client's micro locks. She had got her locks done by a person that was a Sister Lock consultant, and obviously they did it too big, and then they had to split it. So the Sister Lock tool somehow cannot go through her hair, but it's kind of funny because part of your hair the Sister Lock tool cannot pull through, so the micro lock tool went through it. But the micro lock tool, the micro interlock, you know, I'm getting used to this word. The micro interlock tool is actually smaller than the Sister Lock tool, and it can do everything that all those other tools do and faster. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start you up, run through you real fast, because I have a Interlock system, system to do. I just installed her here. Yeah, I did the Sister Lock first, and then I put the extension over it. So I have her here next to Retighten.
You did the Sister Lock, and then you did Interlocks with extension?
Yeah, on the same day.
On the same lady?
On the same day, yeah. So she's next in the chair. But yeah, these procedures funny, and it is what it is. I do all type of interlocks. I don't care what it is. You know, one lady was like, she didn't know the difference, because you know she wanted to get Sister Lock, but then again she didn't know whether she should, because you know, she was told, she thought it was the secret behind Sister Locks and everything. I said the secret was black people didn't know, and the ones that got it done was so prestige, prejudice against it. I mean, they was just keeping it all to themselves. The black ladies was keeping it all to themselves, and it was no different from your everyday. See, here's my thing. You have a name that you want to sell, you can sell it. People want something that they want to know what it is. It is an interlock procedure. It might not be the same procedure as what everybody else do, but it is the interlock procedure. You know, I just tell people to go to a sister lock consultant to get sister lock, because it's not a problem with you going to a consultant to get a sister lock done. You know, that's my main thing. Go there and get your service done. Trying to find all my tools. I want to make sure I'm going to be speeding up on your hair, so I got to make sure all my tools are in my favor today. I don't want to be slowing down on nothing. And you know, I had that tool earlier. That's what, look, I love cleaning up, but I hate cleaning up. I like to see organization, but I hate seeing organization. You get me? Because it's like,
you gotta have a container where you put all your tools.
I do have the container
that sits on your
It's over
station.
there. It's over there, and there's time I gotta be digging in that too. It's in my pocket. That's where I put it. One of the safest places is to put it in my pocket, but it's so small.
That is hard to get it out. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very, it's a small tool. Okay, so see, that's the harsh part of your hair, because when it was done, and you say you was always consistent, right, with your retightening.
Yeah, because I don't like my hair looking messy.
Right.
There's one girl I used to go to. That's why I had to find somebody, because I could never get in with her. You know, and so next thing you know, I'd be looking like a werewolf before I could finally get it done. You know, I like to keep my hair looking neat. That's what people always tell me. You're one person whose locks always looks neat. You know.
Yeah, but see, if like this is what your 4th week coming to me from your last service, or your 6th week.
It might be 6th week, but I have to check.
Right, which is cool. Now there's time the hair grows faster.
Yeah.
And you have to come in 5 weeks or 4 weeks or whatever. But here's the funniest thing. Yeah, I'm trying to get that pulling method out of your hair. It's because the part is very inconsistent in your hair, and which I don't really like, but
that's what another girl told me who I went to before.
Yeah, that's why the pull and tug, is going on in your hair. The part is just not cool at all with your hair. The main thing I don't like is that parting. It's not a box. It's supposed to be a box where it's not pulling, it's not tugging on anything. When you wash your hair, do you separate your parts?
I try to. I go through and try to make sure that any webbing that's starting to form that I separate it so it doesn't. But
okay, so I see what they did. They did a diamond. They did a diamond in your hair. Yeah, there was a diamond done in your hair, and you can tell. That's why it's tugging like that. You can tell. There's a diamond going on in your hair, and to get rid of that diamond but other than look, your locks is great. Okay, your locks is great.
I just need to keep hearing that so I can be patient, because I'll get crazy one day and I'll come in here with a
your locks is great. Let me tell you something. It might not be what you wanted in the beginning, where the procedure is concerned, where the neatness, that's my main thing, where the neatness is concerned with the parting. It is a diamond. It is not a sister lock box.
And now that I won't be using like leave-in conditioner and stuff,
right,
I guess the root won't be slipping out or breaking or whatever it does. It keeps a bush going on at the root.
Right.
It keeps loose hair at
going
the root.
on.
Yeah, whereas a long time ago when my new growth would come in, it would all still be connected. It would just be wavy, that's it, until it was time to lock it again. You know what I mean?
Your hair did change, and then the color and everything, that
true.
also changed your hair.
That's true.
But your locks is great. Okay, so it was not a good thing of not knowing what the person put in your hair, but it's an interlock. It's great. There's nothing wrong with your hair at all. And that's the beauty. The only thing is it's just harder for me to pull the tools to it.
So how do you, I think I had asked you about this before, when you do training classes, how long are your training classes and what's your price?
You mean training to do it, to interlock your own hair, or to be a interlock? I mean, micro interlock technician.
Yeah, micro interlock technician.
Interlock technician overall. Interlock is from traditional locks to mini micro locks, right? But actually, I have 3 people in the classroom right now. If you want to join the classroom, that would be great. One of the individual will be here Saturday, and I don't normally do classes on Saturday. I do on Wednesdays. Now, if I have 3 people in the classroom to 4 people or 5 people in the classroom on Wednesday, then I will take Wednesday to do the class.
Yeah, but when you say Wednesday, you mean during the day or in the evening?
Wednesday all day. So whichever timing is best for you will be good for you to actually be with everybody else. But I think everybody else is in the evening. What type of timing you looking at?
Well, because I expect to still be working full time.
Right.
Probably evenings and weekends is my better time.
Okay, so Wednesday evening would be a better time.
Yeah.
When I train someone here, if they want to work with me part-time and get their clientels and continue working, then they sign a contract for 1 year.
Okay.
And then, you know, it's a good thing for me to have, because we're trying to lock down this micro interlock, traditional locks. You know, we're trying to lock it down so more people can come in and get the procedure done. You know, and we don't have to worry about them being not educated or not knowing what they want, or they can pay a little bit less than what other services are charging for their procedures. Yeah, that's the only thing I have a problem with your hair right now. Is because even with the interlock, the micro interlock tool, it is snagging. And the snagging is coming from the inconsistent
in the
part. And I might have to go in with scissors, and you might not like it in the future. I'm going to go in with scissors, and they're going to be short pieces because I'm going to get my parts.
So how is it going to then?
It's going to be, you're going to have a lot of full pieces that's going to grow out, and I'm going to have to attach to something else. I'm going to get my parts.
So if you have to attach it to something else, will it make the parts bigger? Because I think that's what happened
No, it's going to make the parts smaller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. See, the thing is that it's too much here in each of the locks, and then it's the parting is not consistent in a box, so it's nipping on the tool. With the interlock class. When we teach interlock, we teach you overall interlock. It does not interfere with anything that you're doing. You learn how to do traditional interlocks. You will learn how to do big locks, those bingy locks, which we call the stitch locks, interlocks. You learn how to do small, mini, micro interlocks. I'm sorry. But you learn how to do all those type of locks, and that's the good thing about it. We also teach you how to use tools such as hairpins to do interlocks with. The nappy lock tool is one of the tools. So the tools that you get in the classroom, you will get a nappy lock tool. You will get a the lock key. Now the lock key is a sterling silver key, which costs $40. That's white diamond. You ever heard of the lock key? I'm gonna show it to you. I gotta order it from Jamaica and overseas. Now even this can do your hair. I'm trying to see if I can actually, let me see here.
Yeah, see, that's your issue here. You got low disc space.
There you go. Huh?
That's probably what's going on.
Yeah.
Low disc.
Well,
okay,
it's
so
very
you do
low.
know that. Okay. Okay.
And see, this is another way of using your tool. You just pull it through, and that's it. You just have to know once you're finished with the procedure. We teach you texture, like 4A. You have to know someone texture, which is 4A, 4C, 3A, 3C, 3B. 1 is not on our chart because 1 is like straight hair, relaxed hair.
Okay.
Right. Now, if you get 1, it got to be in the natural form. That means you're doing a Caucasian stitch locks. Right. But we do teach you 1, and we teach you how to do someone stitch locks at 1. So that's something that you will be taught on.
So how much is your 1-year class?
No. The contract is for 1 year.
Oh,
the class is only approximately 1 month, and you're in the chair, and you need to at least bring in one client, and then you build it up from there on. And if you feel comfortable, then you go into your commission. If you feel comfortable going into your boot rent, that's if it's available, then you go into your boot rent.
Right.
Yeah.
So the 1 month class costs how much?
It's not a 1 month class, it's what you're getting. If you decide to take the whole total Interlock class, you have to get the basic traditional lock class.
Okay.
Traditional locks, which is, you will see the price for that is under $100. Then once you start doing traditional locks in here, as getting yourself warmed up to know what you're doing, then that's when you get more training, because you have to know what you're doing in traditional locks, being just a regular loctician, before you can be an intermediate or an advanced. So that's how you learn. So you have to know texture and stuff first.
If somebody wanted to know how long it would be before they're complete, right, and all of that, that incorporates the 1 year contract, or is it
no, your 1 year contract is when you say, Nicole, I think I'd rather work here than working somewhere else. That's where your contract dropping, because now Nicole got to train you to be advanced and not just beginner or intermediate.
So for your training, and they're going to go somewhere else, how long can they plan? You know, like if somebody wants to plan to take your class, they got to know how much time that's going to take.
Right, they can take the class, the 1 day class, the 3 day class, the 4 day class.
Okay.
Right.
And do they take, is it okay, so they can do it, so you're saying they can do it all in 1 day?
Traditional locks is 1 day.
Okay. And then
you learn how to do traditional locks in 1 day.
Okay. And then
you learn how to do the micro interlock in 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
You learn, and then if you're working, I'm assuming if you're not going to be working with me, in order for me to certify you as that loctician that does micro locks, micro interlocks, or it will be under the NORDA system. I'm not going to say the name of our company, our school. I will let you know the name in a minute, because it's under patent pending. Yeah. So I'm not going to let you know it yet.
Yeah.
But for you to learn dreadlock extensions, that is going into more of an advanced program. Now, to work in my shop, you got to know all of the above, at least on an intermediate level. So when I troubleshoot, when I'm watching you doing everything, then I can come over there and say, okay, let's see what you're doing. Or you can call me on the side, which I'd rather you call me on the side, because I don't like going over people and say, am I doing
so
okay?
All total, that's what, about if somebody wants to know the whole system?
I don't know. It takes you a year to work with me for your classes, because you're going to have to pay for your classes.
So that's what I'm trying to get. Okay.
Right. If you want a total loctician certification to become a master loctician. Yeah. Because master loctician is when you work with a master loctician and you learn how to troubleshoot
and everything. So the 1 year thing. So that's a 1 year thing, right?
That's a 1 year, but it's not a contract.
Right.
That's just a 1 year class.
So it's 1 year, and that whole year class to become a certified master loctician under you would cost about how much? Do you know? Had you priced that yet? See, that's the thing.
You can't price it.
Oh, I see.
You can't price it, because you're learning extension locks. You're learning micro interlock. You're learning the NORDA lock system, and then you're learning the basic intermediate of being a loctician. So you're learning all that.
So if somebody wanted to pay you up front for somebody to take the class,
I do payment, pay as you go, because the reason why, then I'm responsible. Suppose I don't do the classroom on a day that you want to come in, then bear with me one moment, please. Then you're gonna come in and you're gonna be undemanded because in your mind you already paid for your class.
Okay.
Right. So, and then there is time that I have to break it down where you pay for one section of your class. Then now you got to be working because it's the actual.
You have the application. Yeah.
Right. You got to now work. I might put you to work for 3 weeks because I want to know what you're doing.
Right. Yeah.
It's
Makes
the comfort.
sense.
Come in, help me. So that's how we do that. But it's more comfortable for you because most classes, they don't do it that way. They tell you they might say this is $2,500 to do your whole class, and no, we want you to make sure you're comfortable. Then we want you to bring your revenue in under the commission, so you're still paying for what you're doing and learning at the same time. Right. So that's how we do it. Yeah, bear with me one moment.